America is Babylon. Here's why. When I say America is Babylon, people will balk. People will say, America's this shining city on the hill. It's this place of freedom, God, government, morality. Yet these are the types of things that the unique peculiarities of the American system will lead and give rise to the Antichrist. All the fundamental freedoms the Americans have been thrown away in favor of a Prussianized surveillance state. Everything they value has been overturned in place of this public fake morality, this culture of individualism to the extent that the collective is ignored. Not that the collective is ignored, but the collective good is ignored, not just the collective interest. Now, in my earlier video, I said there's a problem with a lack of ego. But this is not just a problem with the lack of ego. It is a problem with a lack of ego combined with this obsession of purity. But this obsession of purity is only in the aspect of pure in the fundamental beliefs of the American system. Freedom without responsibility. Ideology without sacrifice. All of the attitudes of I live for myself, but put a veneer of God and morality in it. It does not allow for greatness. It allows for mediocrity, but a righteous sense of mediocrity that is only enabled by continual sin and destruction. Now, Americans, especially these Bible-thumping Baptist types, would often say that Rome is Babylon, mainly because they see billions of people following ancient traditions of Christianity. They have a liturgy. They have the Eucharistic sacrifice. They have all of that aspect of ancient Christianity, and they say it's Babylonian only because they think Romishness is this idea of infant baptism, or Romishness is an idea of salvation with works being the fruit of your salvation. They completely ignore that this idea of once saved, forever saved, or working out your salvation in once saved, forever saved is valid, and working out your salvation with fear and trembling is not valid. They have an attitude of this. They have freedom in all the senses that don't matter. Yet they have collectivism in all the senses that enslave the individual. This is what will lead to the rise of the Antichrist. This attitude is what will lead to the destruction of America. Because once you increase the surveillance state, once you increase people's requirements, you purity test people, and you increase people's requirements in order to have dedication to the idea. Once you have this sense of Christian nationalism, which is neither Christian nor has a sense of loyalty to the principles of the American Revolution. Once you have all of these things, you make it easier for a tyrant to come to power. The tyrant will be favored by a group of people. If you think Trump is bad, or if you think Biden was bad, or if you think any previous president, even Nixon was bad, the coming Antichrist is going to be extremely powerful. He's going to be extremely manipulative. He's going to manipulate public opinion. He's going to make a deep oppression, but the people will accept their chains willingly. This is the danger. And because America is this fundamental sense of Babylon, America is the sins of America were its rejection of freedom in all of the sense of that do matter, in exchange for security in all of the sense that doesn't matter. This sin of the Americans will cause Americans to accept their chains and be cattle. You may see other countries down a similar path, but a global dictator is likely to come from either America or a place similar to America that has international influence, that has a sense of slavery, but freedom is slavery. It has a sense of collectivism, but the collectivism is the collectivism of the mind rather than collectivism of the body. This attitude will cause America to become Babylon. This attitude will lead to the Antichrist. This attitude of this mass surveillance, these chains that bind us, will cause the death of humanity. Be careful of this. Be a free agent.